Hello everyone, Robo here, just going to be giving some tips to Lagantor, watching him playing a game. Okay, off we go. Got the Chudens, that's okay. A little bit slow, not making villages or houses or anything. Went to get the sheep, that's pretty good. Well, since he's housed, he should probably stop the villages and do looms so that he doesn't waste the time. Yeah, that's good. Otherwise, there'd just be 25 or so seconds of the TC just sitting there idle.
Yes.
Yeah, see, moving the sheep onto the TC means the villagers don't need to walk as far when they drop off food. You always want your TC working, or else your eco will quickly start to fall behind because you just won't have enough villagers collecting resources.
No.
So like all meat sources, so that's like sheep, boar over here, deer wherever they are on the map, once you start eating them, they'll just slowly rot away over time. So it's best to eat them as quickly as possible and not just leave them there to rot, basically.
Yes.
You don't need to put your houses this far away, because, again, look at that, that's about 10 or so tiles that the villager has to walk across before they can start building. So you can just drop it, I don't know, about 4 or 5 away from the TC, and that's pretty much the best spot for it, because it sort of covers your villages when you get to farming, but it's not really in the way to stop you placing more farms. Now, he's still got 2 sheep to find, but if he does a boar lure, then he should be okay in a minute. I guess I'm going to show him how to lure a boar here. Yep, so you always shoot twice to make sure the boar doesn't decide to change its mind and just turn around again. And then you attack it with all the other villagers that you got sitting here to make sure it doesn't kill your villager. Yeah, because if you don't have your boar, then you're missing out on, I don't know, 600-ish food that your allies are going to get.
Yes.
Berries are pretty much the slowest gathering food source, so you want to try to save them for a while.
Yes.
Ouvert.
Ja.
Okay, off for the next boar. Let's see how he goes. One shot, two shot, now run. Yes, that's good. Now if he gets the rest of the villagers ready, he should start attacking, yep.
Bereite.
And that's pretty much perfect there.
Bereite. Bereite. Holzer.
Now his scouting could be improved a bit, but I guess it's not too horrible.
Bereite.
Yeah, now having this villager just sitting here for a while, it's going to slow his eco down even more than, well, as slow as it already is. So it's something you need to try really hard to watch all the time, as you don't have your villagers just standing somewhere, waiting for you to give them a command. So you should always set your town centre gather point, which normally if you just right click somewhere, so that it'll get working straight away. Oh, he should be able to click up now if he cancels some vills.
Ja.
Ja. Ja.
Bereite.
So, yeah, farm placement, they're all right up against the town centre, which is good. Generally, you want to try to keep them around top side of the TC, because if you watch them as they're farming, they won't go in this edgy bit over here. They'll just work in one corner.
Gebure.
And this is something you should always watch for if your enemy scout comes near your TC. Just quickly garrison your villages and try to kill it off quickly. Or at least do some damage to it, so that next time it comes past, or if you get into a battle with it, you can kill it fairly easily. This is accidentally, but he's got the perfect amount of villagers on berries here. Generally, you'd start them earlier, so they'd be getting finished in the next minute or so, but 4 villagers is good, because you don't want to waste lots of villager time taking the slow food when you could be taking deer and boars and stuff, which just gather so much quicker. And he learned about that without me even telling him. Yeah, his mining camp placement's pretty good. Leaving a little bit of space there, as long as he camps them around those gold spots there, means they don't need to walk too far.
Heise.
archery range. I know he's not really doing the eco upgrades, but at this stage and level it isn't going to be that much of a big deal.
Ja.
Okay, he's got his scouts sort of chilling here, which is... it's not really doing much. Could be running around here, seeing what the enemy's doing. If they're, I don't know, making scouts, or if they're making skirmishes, it'll make a big difference in what you do with your army. And if you can find out where your enemy's gold pile is, then you know where you need to go attack next time. Keeping military buildings on the front side, that's a smart plan. Means you're closer to the enemy. Nothing more useless than building an archery range over here and then having to send your archers all the way forward to defend. Or have to walk even further to get to the enemy base, which is, in this case, pretty much one of the furthest distances I've ever seen. It's pretty much a full distance of the map. He's got an okay economy. It's fairly balanced. He's got, what's that, 7 villages.
Yes.
7 villages on gold, which is pretty much perfect for 2 ranges. Oh yeah, just as a bit of an explanation for what this is, I'm co-oping. So I've got the same sieve, same colour, same everything as Lagantor.
Ja.
So you can use it if you want to play with your mates and team up versus some really hard computers. So like one guy does the economy and the other one does military. That's a weird analogy, but won't really say anything about it. Oh, come on, build a house. Our house is over here. Good, and you should be able to go castle age in another minute or 2, which isn't too shabby.
Ja. Ja.
So, needs to build a blacksmith so that he can get the archery upgrades. We go have a look at them. So where's the blacksmith? Here we are. Fletching here gives you a +1 attack, +1 range for your archery units, which is good. Means you can stand further away and still shoot and kill things faster. And you've got padded archer armor, which is hint in the title, it gives you more armor, so you take less damage when you're fighting. There you go. He's got one idle villager sitting there, but it's not too bad. Ah, there's a wolf. Is he gonna kill the wolf? Yes, he is. Well done.
Ja. Nächste.
Yeah, it's already killed one villager. Generally, it probably would have been a better idea to come stand here before he started attacking, so they'll have to run right past him. But if you're playing an observant opponent, then they'll see your army coming past the lumber camp, and they'll try to run a bit faster. But here, this is good. See, he's getting in behind the villager so he can't run. Yeah, is he gonna go castle? You want to get to castle pretty quickly so that you've got some better upgrades, mainly crossbowmen, which are just stronger archers with more attack and more range, and more health as well. And you get more upgrades, like fletching before with the +1 attack and range. There's Bodkin, which gives you another +1. And you be careful here, don't go too close to the TC. Go too close, they'll start to attack you. Yeah, see, that's bad.
Haste. Haste.
Hey, just sitting here sniping the villagers because the AI is pretty stupid and doesn't understand that there's forests over here as well, probably, or all the way over here if it wants to. Just decides to keep sending villagers into your army, but oh well, we'll just leave them be. You should be able to win this pretty easily from here versus moderate AI, just with this fairly small army of archers. And now you've seen where his gold is, so next time you should go attack around that way if he sends in some more archers. Maybe. Yeah, so doing foraging there was a bit of a waste of food, seeing as all that it's done is give this scout here 1 extra attack. Whereas if you've done ring archer armor, then you've got 15 archers that would have immediately got +1 armor, which is essentially 15 more health. So that's pretty good. Wow, that's a lot of archers got queued up there. He's going to want to build another archery range so we can do crossbow probably. This is generally if you're not playing the AI where they keep sending their villagers this way, you don't want to sit in one spot for ages. Because it's pretty easy for the enemy to come around behind you. Like, if a smart person would come and wall across there, wall back there, and wall in there, and then you're stuck sitting there, not able to attack a lot of his economy. Yeah, this is good, heading towards the gold. Villager, yep, keep walking. Come on. A little bit, ooh, stonewalling. That's a silly thing the AI does. It's generally inefficient on Arabia. Yeah, normally when you get to castle, first thing you want to do is Bodkin Arrow, but he doesn't have the gold. Yeah, so you do crossbow and Bodkin Arrow just to make your archers that much better at killing stuff. Because those 4 were crossbows with Bodkin, you'd be able to 2-shot a villager. I would think. What, you'd have 4, 5, 6, 7 attack, 5 attack each. Yeah, just about be able to 2-shot a villager. Which is pretty damn good. And then if you just hunt down the rest of the villagers, game should be pretty much over. Now if you get versus the AI or just a player who's being a real noob, he's not resigning even though you've pretty much wiped out all of his economy and all his units, then pretty much you want to come forward and just finish off his base really quickly and don't give him time to just keep dicking around with you.